All fans, welcome to the Casper. Oh, it's not the event center anymore.
The
Ford Wyoming Center. I'm going to struggle with that one. Brandy Taylor, Patience Jenkins here from the 4A State Volleyball Tournament. Just about ready to bring you Lady Braves Volleyball in the opening round here at the state tournament against the Laramie Plainsmen. I think I jinxed this last week, Coach, when I celebrated our third place finish, thinking we wouldn't have to face Laramie in the first round. And here we are.
Yes, it's all your fault.
You're right. It is.
It's all your fault.
I'm going to take 100% blame for that one. I did jinx us.
Well, in Laramie made it through their whole season undefeated, and then at regionals did end up losing that championship game against Thunder Basin in a five-set match.
Yeah.
That were really close and with the scores and everything. But yep, they came in as number 2, and as luck would have it, we get to play them this round.
Again, right? Same thing last year. And there was a lot of regional championship games last weekend that went 5 sets. I think everyone in 4A and 3A both went 5 sets from what I remember looking at scores. So that just kind of shows you the level of volleyball in Wyoming right now, right?
Well, and everyone's peaking at the same time, which is,
as
a coach, is what you want to have happen. So I'm glad that we're seeing some really high-quality play at the end of the season and right when it matters during the state tournament.
Yeah, when it should be at its highest. You're right. That's a good point. So we are here in the Ford Wyoming Center bringing you audio-only coverage. We'll do our best to describe the atmosphere. If you've never been here, we are sitting up here in Media Row looking down on 4 blue volleyball courts in the Ford Wyoming Center. And this is an awesome place to be. I brought my little girl here this year, and she walked in to this building and her eyes about popped out of her head. She looked at me and said, "This place is huge."
It does feel that way, and I told you I remember coming and playing here in high school and thinking that I hadn't made it.
It's the professional level, right?
I was basically a professional basketball player.
Professional athlete.
Yes, somebody should have given me an endorsement.
Right. Sign a contract as you walk through the door, because it does make you feel like you've hit the big time.
It does, and even in the back, like, people don't get to see. They do have a tunnel, like,
yeah.
So you feel like it's just big time. And then, of course, the private locker room's in the back, and then you get to come out, and the athletes are the only people that get to access the court,
right,
which is super fun. And so it's just a lot of fun here. And as Coach Taylor was saying, we do have 4 courts set up. And on our side, we have the 4A and 3A, and then across the net is 2A and 1A. So a lot of volleyball going on. Never a dull moment here in the Ford Wyoming Center during the volleyball state tournament.
Yeah, if you've ever been in here, the 4A court, to give you a visual, is right where the tunnel comes out. And then the 3A court is right adjacent to it. And then there's a net that drops down in the middle of this giant room, and on the other side is the 1A and the 2A courts. And they've already played 2 matches today. They started at 1 o'clock and then a 2:30 round, and then they take a small break. And so here is the 3rd round of the opening day, and they start all 4 courts at the same time. So as of right now, they are going through the starting lineups of all 8 teams on these 4 courts, which is kind of cool because everybody gets their turn to be recognized by the entire building.
Right. Well, and girls get to recognize each other, right? Game recognizes game. So they get to kind of give each other a nod as everyone is getting announced. They will clap for each other from kitty corner, adjacent courts, which I think shows a lot of sportsmanship and just respect for each other as athletes in this sport.
No, I agree, and it's a little intimidating, almost, the atmosphere, in a sense, because everybody is watching you when they announce your name and your number and your team. But I think it's a really, really awesome treat for these kids to get to experience this kind of atmosphere.
Agreed. I love it.
So they're just finishing up
3A
3A.
And going over to 2A.
Moving over to the 2A court, we have Shoshone against Burns.
So we struggle sometimes on the 2A courts trying to determine what those abbreviations of the teams stand for. But you were right. I'm glad you were on it. On the 1A court, we have Burley and, help me read that. What does that say?
Southeast, I'm guessing.
Okay, because I could not. But regardless,
I believe that's Southeast.
Lady
over
Braves
there.
are playing the Lady Plainsmen on the 4A court. Lady Plainsmen, as I said, were undefeated all season. They did drop one match to Thunder Basin at the regional tournament, coming in as the number 2 seed. Our Lady Braves had been ranked number 7 throughout the whole season. Our record is 22-2, and this was before regionals.
Right.
So this is like during regulation play.
You can do the math, though,
yes,
right?
22-7 before regionals, and so regionals, little bit of a slow start.
Yeah.
But then played better on
Bounce
Saturday.
back. Yeah. Finished strong.
So a little bit of grit from our Lady Braves, which of course you and I are a fan of.
Yeah. And I talked to Coach Brown just a little bit to get some comments from her, and I loved what she responded with. Oh, we're going to break away from that thought for a moment to do starting lineups as they move to the 4A court. And the Lady Braves will be first.
And the home team will be the Lady Plainsmen of Laramie High School.
All right, so starting lineup for our Star Valley Lady Braves.
Visitors from Star Valley, number 1, Kenley.
We have number 1, Kenley Engelhart, the Blur.
We like to call her the Blur. Her arm is so fast.
Yeah, number 4, Taya Johnson, the Swiffer.
Cleaning it up in the back row as a defensive specialist.
Number 6, Shayla Frazier, the Silent Assassin.
Quietly getting things done, Shayla does, with a smile on her face.
Yeah, number 9, sophomore Maya Allred, the rookie.
She is a rook.
Delancey broke, number 18, the Roomba.
Ooh, Delancey cleans it up all night long without fail, very reliable.
Number 30, Katie Dandridge, Katie Softpaws.
Katie Softpaws.
Line judges are Tara Chandler
and now the starting lineup for the Laramie Plainsmen. And they are the home team listed for this tournament.
Yes.
Star Valley Lady Braves are the visiting team.
And it's interesting because we have the same school colors, right?
We are.
Lady Braves in their crimson with black sleeves, Laramie in white with the maroon sleeves.
Wearing number 2, the Libero, Anna
Number
Sell.
2, the Libero, Anna Sell.
Number 4, a junior, Michonne Sailors.
Number 4, Michonne Sailors.
Number 6, senior,
Number 6,
Maddie
Stuckey.
She's a senior.
Savannah Steyer.
Number 8, Savannah Steyert.
Wearing 10, Kiera Gardner.
Number 10, Kiera Gardner.
Number 12 is Tessa Dodd.
Number 12, Tessa Dodd.
And number 13 is Ava Plasmeyer.
And number 13, Ava Plasmeyer.
Stuckey, assisted by Aaron Wedemeyer.
And of course,
Jessica
Coach
Green,
Stuckey
and Allie
is the
Spurrier
coach and has
Sarah
been for a
Spicer.
while. She was there when I was coaching
Tom Goten and Kate Miller.
3
Line
years
judges
ago,
are
and she
Tara
is running a
Swiffer
fantastic
and Kendall
program. As before, we talked about her older daughter is playing for the Florida Gators as a setter and doing some, was doing some really fantastic play until she was injured, but it's been fun to kind of have that connection. We love it when Wyoming represents.
Yes, she had a great freshman year last year and having a wonderful sophomore year. Unfortunately went down with an ACL injury this year, but they say she'll get to redshirt and still get 3 more years.
She gets to do that. It's fantastic.
So back to what Coach Brown was telling me about the girls and their mindset. I love this. She said their theme this week has been fearless.
Oh, I do like that.
Yes, and that they are really excited to surprise some people today. So that gives me the goosies, right? Gets some goosebumps going, that their mindset is you know, we have nothing to lose. We're just as good as any team here, and I think they are. I truly believe that.
You know, when we're firing on all engines, we are a dang good team, and Laramie are beatable.
Obviously,
right? They
obviously
there's a mindset sometimes when a team goes undefeated all year, but it's anybody's game.
It is, and we are ready for the first serve. Number 10,
Kiara Gardner,
is going to serve for the Plainsmen. Here comes the serve. Engelhardt with a good pass. Katie gives it right back to her. Off the block, dug by the libero on the angle. Quick in the middle, blocked by Frazier, but covered by the Plainsmen. They go outside, dug by Allred, but Lady Braves will free ball it over deep middle. Stuckey goes quick middle again. Off the block, dug by the Braves. They push it over deep corner into, and Engelhardt gets the touch.
So a smart push from Engelhardt in the corner caught the Lady Plainsmen off guard.
She sent it over on 2 with a two-handed push to the deep corner. Libero, who is short, couldn't jump and reach it high enough. She got a fingernail on it, and it goes out of bounds off of that nail. Lady Braves score first.
Katie Dandridge to serve.
Good serve by Katie. Stuckey's going to go outside. Blocked by the Lady Braves, sent right back over by the Plainsmen. Dandridge takes it, so Brogue will bump set. Engelhardt stands and swings. Plainsmen scramble. They're going to free ball it over. Frazier takes it. Dandridge will back set to Leesburg.
Oh,
the soft shot.
She drops it right in the hole and picks up a point for the Lady Braves.
Just right over the top of the block into the donut hole, and all 3 back row Plainsmen stand and watch it land. So Dandridge serves again. Short serve this time. 2 Plainsmen run into each other. They scramble again, and here's a free ball. Does not clear the net.
It doinked off the net, if you will. Like it just hit the top, and if it made a sound effect, it would have been doinked.
Totally. Doinked right off the top of the net and went back on the Plainsmen's side, so the Lady Rays go up 3-0. Dandridge serves off the top of the net. Lunch ball to Frazier, and she gets it on the sideline. It was a whiffer. But Shayla gets it.
But in a fantastic place. Like, it was short, a whiffer, but on the line.
She goes for the sideline and gets it.
Laramie shifting their serve-receive.
3-0. Dandridge serves again. 4-0. Check that. Stuckey goes middle. Tip this time. Dandridge dives and saves it. Leesburg bump sets to Frazier. She's blocked.
By number 4, that's Michonne Sailors, putting up a big block on the Lady Braves.
Big middle blocker. Sends it right back at Shayla. Plainsman side out. Here's number 7. Sydney Studi just checked in for the Plainsmen as a defensive specialist. Engelhardt passes it straight up. Dandridge comes off the net. Outside to Leesburg. She goes down the line. It's Doug. Stuckey jump sets to the outside. Off the block and dug by Engelhardt. Jump set to Leesburg. She tries the soft shot again, but that one doesn't clear the net. So Kaylee taking a little too much off of it that time.
You know, and early on in the game, Coach, I like kids to go out and swing. Every once in a while, I don't mind them taking a smart shot, but get warmed up and get some of that adrenaline worked out.
Studi to serve again. Brogue passes it straight up, so Dandridge comes off the net again. Leesburg on the outside. Kaylee Leesburg swings at it hard on the outside, gets a touch off the block, and it drops in front of the libero in the back row.
Yeah, Kenley Engelhardt's going to rotate back to serve. Atlee Button checks in front row.
5-2, Lady Braves up by 3 here in set 1. Here's a quick back set this time to number 4 for the Plainsmen, Michonne Sailors, and she hits that one hard off of Engelhardt into the 3A court. So the Plainsmen side out. That's a good-looking play.
And Anna Sell to serve again.
Libero for the Plainsmen to serve. Passed up by Button. Middle to Frazier. Dug by the libero. Stuckey comes off the net. Sorry, Stuckey. I'm going to have to remember that one. Dandridge goes quick to Frazier. Dug one-handed by middle back. And a standing swing by the Plainsmen, dug by Brogue. Back set to Leesburg. Kaylee swings down the line, dug nicely by the libero. They go outside. Blocked by the Lady Braves. That went off of Leesburg, off of Frazier, pinballed off of the 2, and lands on the Plainsman side. Nothing like a little tag team there.
So we decided Shayla and Kaylee together are cinder and block.
There's the cinder block. Brogue to serve. Good pass. Stuckey tips. Brogue is there. Stuckey, I got to get that right. Pushed over by Engelhardt deep. Played up by the libero. Stuckey goes outside. There's a tip into the pin. Hits the antenna, so that's a point for the Lady Braves.
So Lady Braves rolling, starting quick.
Good start.
I'm loving this energy. Go Braves.
This is a great start for the Lady Braves. One of the best we've seen. Brogue's going to serve again. Middle back. Stuckey's going to go outside. Tipped again. Tooled off the block by number 12.
Tessa
Dodd. Whoa. They're not going to give her that touch. Neither line judge says that was touched, and Laramie coach is livid.
As I would be too.
I thought she tooled it.
From our angle, but
Lady Braves get the point. Brogue serves again. Deep serve this time.
They're going to call a lift.
They are calling a lift on number 7, Sydney Studi. Delancey drove her deep, and she passed that one off of her biceps and her chest, and they said, nope, that is not legal.
All right, so I'm digging this body language from our Lady Braves. They are pumped and they are feeling it, and now we need to just make sure we keep the momentum on our side.
Laramie calls a timeout as they can feel the momentum. Lady Braves with a 9-3 lead here in set 1, and you couldn't ask for a much better start.
You could not, and Coach Brown is all smiles as her girls are doing exactly as she wanted them to play, fearless.
The fearless mindset.
Is there anything that describes what is happening more than right now is fearless?
The fearless mindset, I think, is at play, is evident right now for the Lady Braves. Both teams back out on the court quickly.
And now waiting for officials and line judges to get back to their spot as Delancey Brogue is back to serve again for the Lady Braves.
9-3 here in set 1. Braves off to a great start. Good serve by Brogue. Stuckey will go back set this time on the slide.
And that is out. No touch.
So Lady Braves score again. Brogue back to serve, 10-3. Ooh, that one's in the net.
All right, number 6. Maddie Stuckey will go back to serve for the Lady Plainsmen.
She is a setter. She is a senior.
She is a leader. She is a fantastic player.
Coach's daughter, left-handed. Engelhardt with a good pass. Middle to Christensen. Misses that one wide.
So Lady Braves pick up a point. 5-10. Lady Braves still on top with Stuckey back to serve again.
Stuckey, the lefty, with the jump serve. Button passes it straight up, so Christensen's got to help, and Atlee will swing. Outside this time. Ooh, big swing from the outside.
Go get it.
That one landed right in Atlee's lap on the sharp angle by number 12, Tessa Dodd. That was a crank.
It was. Big, heavy hand.
Atlee kept it in play, but Lady Braves could not get it over the net. So Laramie with the point, and Stuckey serves again. Bad pass by Engelhardt. Dandridge on the run. Leesburg will swing at it. Sharp angle dug by Stuckey. Outside to Dodd. Too tight. Lady Braves are there, and they stop it and get the side out. So 11-6.
Taya Johnson checks in for the Lady Braves. Kaylee Leesburg has a seat.
Johnson to serve. Passed up by the libero. Stuckey's going to go outside to Dodd again.
Oh.
She gets a whiffer, and it lands in front of Johnson down the line. Well, she was winding up for that. It could have been lethal, but she kind of mishits it.
And she's going to rotate back to serve.
Dodd will serve. Brogue with the pass. Dandridge way off the net again. Button gets the swing, hits to middle back. Dodd is there. Stuckey goes outside this time to number 8.
Big swing, out of bounds.
They are going to get the touch, though.
Oh, they did call the touch.
The other line judge calls the touch this time. She hits it out, but they do call a touch.
And that's Savannah Steyert.
Number 8. Savannah Steyert gets the kill. Here's Dodd to serve. Engelhardt passes above her head. Tip by Dandridge. Stuckey saves it. Back row swing by Dodd, dug by Engelhardt. Katie goes middle to Christensen. She tips. Played up by the Plainsman. Hit over by on two. Engelhardt digs. Outside to Button. She's blocked. Lady Braves scramble. They're going to free ball it over. Libero up to Stuckey. Middle this time. 3 blockers by the Lady Braves. They block it, but it's covered by the Plainsmen. Outside to Steyert, dug by Engelhardt. Out to Button. Blocked, played up by Christensen. Back to Button. Two-handed tip. Steyert's there. Back row attack by Dodd, and she finds the corner.
You know, I think that's impressive at the high school level when a kiddo can swing from the back. And she's looking pretty good.
And place it like that.
Yes.
Right? She placed it in the corner.
She's aware of where she is putting that ball for sure.
Dodd will serve. 9-11. Star Valley up by 2. Brogue passes a tough one. Bump set to Button. Two-handed tip. Stuckey's there. Libero will bump set to the outside. Blocked by the Lady Braves. Played up by Dandridge. Tipped over by Christensen. Played up by the Plainsmen. Sent back over. Dandridge goes quick in the middle to Christensen. She gets the tip off the block and gets the kill.
Lady Braves kind of scrambling on that. I'm glad they came out on top after that rally. A long kind of uncontrolled.
We've had a few long rallies here already.
So the rookie, Maya Allred, back to serve.
Tight pass. Stuckey has to jump set and save it. Tipped over. Oh, they're going to call the Lady Braves in the net. That was a tight pass. Stuckey saves it. It was a tight set. Lady Braves go up on both of those, and somebody gets called in the net on that one.
Eva Plassmeyer to serve for the Lady Plainsmen.
12-10. Lady Braves lead by 2. Short serve in the net. So Lady Braves get it back.
Michaela Christensen will go back to serve, and Shayla Frazier comes in front row.
This is a good rotation for the Lady Braves. We've seen them score a lot of points last weekend at the regional tournament in this rotation. Dodd passes it up. Stuckey tips middle.
Oh.
And a nice tip to the sideline by number 4 out of the middle. She finds the close to the net and sideline both.
Yeah, that was a great heads-up play by Michonne Sailors.
She gets the kill.
And 10, Kiara Gardner comes in to serve.
Gardner jump serves. Johnson, bad pass. Engelhardt has to take the second one, so Dandridge sends it over. Libero up to Stuckey. Here's Dodd out of the back row again, but that one's way long. That's a hitting error by Dodd out of the back row.
And we are back in row 1 as Katie Dandridge comes back in to serve. Kaylee Leesburg checks in front row.
14-11, Dandridge serves. Short serve. Stuckey on the run, has to bump set. Standing swing by the Plainsman. Leesburg has to take it. Dandridge gives it right back to her, and she hits it off the top of the head of the middle blocker, and it goes out of bounds. I think that hit her on the head.
I think it did.
Just mistimed her jump or something. It went between her arms, off her head, and out of bounds. Leesburg gets the kill. Dandridge serves again. Here's a lunch ball for the Lady Braves. They jump too early and send it over. Plainsmen are there. Dandridge digs. Leesburg sends a free ball over. Libero up to Stuckey. She tips and catches the Lady Braves that time.
So pretty. She jumped up, and she does a lot of jump setting.
She does.
So she's hard to read.
She jump sets every time almost.
Yes, so she did drop that right over the net into the Lady Braves.
Sneaky, sneaky play, and she gets it. Back to serve number 7, Sydney Studi for the Plainsmen. Brogue with the pass. Dandridge from the 10-foot line. Back sets to Engelhardt. Two-handed push dug by the Plainsmen. They come back with a quick attack. Off of Frazier, she digs it up herself. And she swings and gets the kill.
In my head, I was saying, Shayla, keep your elbow high.
Right,
and she
did.
Standing, and she did.
It was a standing swing because Dandridge had to run it down and bump set it back to her. She goes across her body and gets the kill.
Atlee Button checks in. Kenley Engelhardt to serve.
Studi with the pass. Pushed outside to Dodd. Power tip to the outside and no touch again. And that's out of bounds, so the Lady Braves keep it. 17-12. Engelhardt serves short. Almost clears the net. Very, very close. She took a lot off of that one and just a little too much. But
I was clenching to help it go.
Oh, if it had been 6 more inches, she'd have had an ace.
Anna Sell to serve for the Plainsmen.
Button with the pass. Dandridge from the 10-foot line goes to Frazier, and she gets the kill again across her body.
Smart shot by Shayla. She's feeling it. She's going to step out for a second and is replaced by Michaela Christensen. Delancey Brogue to serve.
18-13. Lady Braves lead by 5. Brogue with a deep serve. Plainsmen have to chase it down, and they're going to free ball it over. Leesburg up to Dandridge. Out to Button. Deep middle back. Played up. Libero has to help. Dodd will swing from the outside. Brogue plays it above her head. Lady Braves scramble and free ball it over. Here's a ball that's over the net, though. Leesburg plays it back across, and the Plainsmen hit it out.
I almost squealed.
Wow.
On that, because I could see that some weird stuff was about to happen.
Wow.
So can Laramie, as they are taking their second timeout of the first set. Lady Braves up 19-13, and they are pumped.
Oh, I guess. Pumped is an understatement right now as they come off the court screaming at each other, right?
I don't know what they ate or what they did. I don't know if it was the theme, Fearless.
They are fearless right now.
Fantastic.
And Laramie is in shock, I think, right now. They are scrambling on every ball. They are free balling a lot of them over the net. They are not in system maybe 50% of the time right now. Lady Braves playing well defensively and playing aggressive.
You know, and picking up a lot of things and just being more scrappy. But, however, we cannot count Laramie out of this fight.
Absolutely
ever.
not. Absolutely not. This is going to be a battle regardless of what the score is right now. So Laramie has burned both of their timeouts right now. Braves lead 19-13. Brogue to serve. Stuckey has to jump and push it over against Button. Lady Braves play it up. Leesburg is blocked. Roofed
12 is
by
there
Dodd.
And says, yeah, not this time, lady.
She's a big girl. She's probably 6'1".
We did not get to see an official roster, but
they do not have
tall
rosters.
and moves well for a tall girl. I've been impressed with her.
I'm going to say 6'1", pushing 6'2", as an outside
Me and
hitter.
my dream height.
You bet.
So
and a good athlete.
Yeah, Stuckey back to serve.
Left-handed serve. Engelhardt passes it up outside to Button. Off the block, gets the touch out of bounds. She hits it deep, but it does go off the block.
You know, and you and I have talked about how fantastic it is if you can swing high and off hands. That's hard to recover defensively from it. Just clips that block, and you don't know where it's going to go. Diggers
couldn't get under it. Johnson's going to serve. Libero will pass it up to Stuckey. She's going to back set to Dodd, who has the tip. Brogue is there. Dandridge goes back to Christensen on the slide. Dug by Stuckey. So the Libero steps in and gives it to Dodd on the right side, and she hits it into the net. So Lady Braves
just chipping away. Just slowly chipping
quietly chipping away here with some intense, fearless play. And they have Laramie on the ropes right now with Johnson to serve again. That one clips the top of the net, so Plainsmen are going to free ball it over. Dandridge has to take it, so Brogue bump sets to Button. Two-handed tip. Plainsmen are there. Standing swing, though. Engelhardt digs it. Out to Button again. She's blocked, covered by Brogue. Slide to Christensen. Two-handed push. Stuckey's there. Right side to Dodge. Off the block. Brogue tries to get it off of her shoulder.
It looked like she slid.
I think so.
She's moving all over. Once again, we refer to her as the Roomba, and she is everywhere cleaning things up. But she did slip and miss.
She spun out a little bit and kind of almost overplayed it, right? So Laramie gets it back. Dodd's going to serve. Brogue passes it up. Dandridge comes clear to the middle back to get it. Engelhardt swings over, dug by the Plainsmen. Outside this time to number 8, and hello.
Savannah Steyert.
She slams it between the block and says enough is enough. Let's get back to some Laramie volleyball. Lady Braves need a side out right now as Dodd serves again. Johnson with a good pass. Dandridge backpedals. Christensen swings hard, but that's into the net.
So as we said, Lady Plainsmen not willing to back down and coming. And Star Valley Lady Braves are going to take their first timeout of the set.
So Coach Brown calls a timeout as the Plainsmen close it to within 4 here in set 1.
And building up some momentum. You can feel it. They do not want this to be how this first set rolls.
No, and Star Valley just needs a side out right here. This Dodd she's a good server. She's a big girl. She's a tall girl, so her point of contact on her jump serve is high, which means she can put some force on it and drive it down. And so far the Lady Braves have struggled just a little bit with her serve. So a good pass right here. They are in a rotation with just 2 hitters because Dandridge is front row right now. So Atlee Buttons on the outside.
With Michaela Christensen in the middle. And then, of course, Katie on that right side.
Here's a short serve. Johnson gets under it. Bump set. Engelhart from the back row. Dug by Dodd. Stuckey goes outside to Steyert. She tips. Nice effort by Johnson. Sent over by Dandridge. Stuckey goes middle this time. There's a tip into the net. So Lady Braves get the side out. That was a great save by Taya Johnson on the tip.
And if that would have cleared the net, we might have been in trouble. I could see where she was going for, and we've seen the Plainsmen try to go after that
She's hit that tip before. She did. Allred with a good serve. Middle this time to the Plainsmen. Blocked by Christensen, dug up by Christensen. Free ball over by Brogue. Stuckey goes outside to Steyert. She tips again, and it's out of bounds. It hits the antenna. So unforced errors by the Plainsmen are giving the Lady Braves points, and they close to within 2 of taking set 1. Allred serves again. Passed up by the libero. Stuckey's going to back set this time. Dug by Allred. Dandridge out to Engelhart. Blocked, covered by the Lady Braves. Dandridge tips. Libero is there. Stuckey's going to set to the right side, and she hits it out. Lady Braves are at set point here in set 1.
Hey, and this is exciting. This is fantastic for the Lady Braves to take this first set. Fantastic start.
Exactly what we wanted to see. Allred serves, set point. 2 Plainsmen run into each other. Stuckey will set the right side again, and she hits it out again. Same player. Lady Braves take set 1, 25-17. They are fearless.
Fearless. I feel like we should have known that and had some quotes about being fearless or a song. Doesn't Taylor Swift have a fearless song? I don't know. I'm not a Swiftie, but I swear that she does. Doesn't matter. Lady Braves are playing fearless, and once again, they are like super focused. I love how focused the Lady Braves are, and they are not willing to let any ball hit the floor.
No, and the challenge right now, though, is going to be, can they keep up this level of play? Because how many times do you see an underdog come in full of adrenaline, play well, kind of catch the favorite off guard a little bit, and anything can happen in this next set, right?
Well, and
I've seen it where teams keep the momentum, but I've also seen the momentum switch very quickly.
Well, and I don't foresee Laramie having as many unforced errors as what we've seen in this first set as well.
I agree. They did have a lot.
Yeah, they're going to clean up their ball game. Coach Stuckey is going to give them some words of advice.
I'm sure that is quite uncharacteristic of them since they have a 31-1 record right now, right? I'm sure they do not have that many unforced errors per set as they just did. However, a lot of that I think had to do with just the level of play that the Lady Braves played at. They swung at a lot of balls. They served very, very well. Passing, I feel like, could have been a little bit better.
But not too shabby, Coach. It wasn't as good as we've seen it at times, but definitely, I don't know. I felt like they were a little bit more scrappy, too.
Well, and the passes were off the net, which we can live with and we can work with. When they're too tight, especially with a big team like Laramie, you're going to be in trouble. So
yeah, you're just basically giving them a lunch ball.
When Dandridge has to come off the net to set the ball, she can still get it where hitters can swing at it because she is Katie Softpaws, right?
If you haven't seen that movie, it's a reference from Puss in Boots, but hilarious.
Very, and we feel like it's
Taylor
very fitting.
That was very fitting.
I do have an 8-year-old.
I concurred that it was fantastic.
Yes, I have an 8-year-old that watches a lot of cartoons.
Should we buy
animations.
Katie a pair of leather gloves?
Ooh, some fuzzy white, soft gloves.
Yes.
That might be fun.
It might have to happen.
This would be the place to do it. We could find some in Casper.
We could find some. All right, so we are looking at lineups, and it appears that something is not quite right with the Laramie's lineup.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what's
She's going back to
happening.
the table to look at it and see.
She says, yep, you two need to flip-flop
Oh,
or
there's a
rotate
little,
back one.
Oh,
So
they're just rotating back one, maybe. Sometimes the coaches write a number down wrong. And if that happens, those players have to be in the position that was written down. But I don't think that's the case, so.
no, just rotate through. Lady
Yeah.
Braves with the ball on this second set with Katie Dandridge to serve.
And we are ready for set 2. There's the whistle. Dandridge with the jump serve. Passed up by Dodd. Stuckey's going to set the right side off the Lady Braves block, and Brogue gets under it. Middle to Frazier, and she's roofed that time by number 13, Ava Plasmeyer.
And
Shayla,
she is a big block.
she is a big, both of those two that were up there on Shayla are big blockers. Shayla trying to go across her body like she does so often. Gets roofed. Here's the libero for Laramie to serve. Brogue with a good pass. Outside to Leesburg. Kaylee hits that one out, no touch. So Laramie goes up quickly 2-0 with a side out and a hitting error on the Lady Braves.
Anna Sell to serve for the Lady Plainsmen.
Sell the libero, wearing the maroon jersey. Brogue has to go to her butt to pass that one. Bump set, free ball by the Lady Braves. Quick set in the middle, and that's in. Ooh, catches the end line, barely.
And that was Michonne Sailors for the Lady Plainsmen.
Barely catches the end line. Line judge could have called that one either way. She calls it in.
She decides to call it in.
She did, which it could have. It could have clipped the end line with a long ways away from us right here, so it's hard to tell. So Sell will serve again. Engelhardt, bad pass. Frazier sends it over. Outside this time, dug by Brogue. Out to Engelhardt. Off the block, dug by Dodd. Stuckey goes outside, but it's free balled over. Dandridge has to take it, so Brogue's going to bump set out to Engelhardt. Off the block, dug by Dodge. Big bump set all the way across by Stuckey. Free ball again. Out to Engelhardt. Mistimes it, has to just send it over. Stuckey goes quick in the middle, and they mistime it, and it drops behind the middle hitter.
And Lady Braves get a much-needed side out.
Yes.
Before momentum got out of hand. Kinley Engelhardt's going to rotate back to serve.
Engelhardt and Dandridge have yet to connect. Ooh, and Kenley serves that one out. So a couple unforced errors early here by the Lady Braves have them trailing 4-1.
And number 10, Kiara Gardner, comes back to serve.
We are in set 2. Gardner with the jump serve. Passed by Button. Dandridge will back set to Leesburg. She's blocked.
Number 4, Michonne Sailors.
So
waiting
there's
for that one.
Another big block by the Plainsmen. We did not see that blocking in set 1. Lady Braves are finding the block now and going to have to make some adjustments. Here's Button with the pass again. Dandridge comes way off the net, so Engelhardt will swing from the back row. Dug by the Lady Plainsmen. Dodd out of the back row, and she swings down the middle. No block, no dig, and that's a kill.
Just
too
a
easy.
Look at what the heck from the Lady Braves.
Yeah, too easy.
Lady Braves need to settle in.
6-1. They have poked the bear, and it is angry. There's a deep serve played above her head by Button. Back set to Leesburg. Roll shot dug by Stuckey. Right side, back to Stuckey, and she swings with that left hand and gets the tool off of Frazier out of bounds and gets the kill. Coach Brown says enough. We've got to slow something down here as Lady Braves trail 7-1 here in set 2.
Well, you said it. You called it. We've seen it.
We have seen that adrenaline rush win that first set, and then the favorite comes back angry.
Well, and I like that you referenced they poked the bear. They poked the bear, and the bear is hungry
The bear
as well.
The bear is hungry. The bear is angry. The bear knows it did not play well the first set, and they are firing on all engines right now, are the Lady Plainsmen.
Well, and Laramie has cleaned up their game as well. Not
right.
quite as many unforced errors, which gave the Lady Braves such an advantage in that first set. We're
Right.
not seeing that this time. Lady Braves are going to have to earn more of those points this time.
Laramie's ball control is back on track, I'm going to venture to guess, not having watched them play, but with the record they have, I'm assuming this is what they're used to. So back to serve for Laramie, number 10, Kiara Gardner. Short serve, Button gets there. Middle this time to Frazier.
She punches it through.
Gets it through the big block that time. Dribbles down the front of the block.
Shayla Frazier actually leading the Lady Braves in kills with 4 of this match.
4 so far. Brogue will serve. Passed up by Sells. Quick middle this time. Lady Braves not there defensively. That happened too fast, and it.
No block, wide open net. Lady Braves were not set up and ready to roll.
So side out to the Plainsmen. They lead 8-2. Back to serve. Number 7, Sydney Studi for Laramie. Down the line, Button with a great pass. Back set to Leesburg. She comes in, swings hard. Studi sends it over. Lady Braves will set it up again. Out to Button, two-handed push. Sells is there. There's a tip by Stuckey. Dandridge tries to get it up. Her and Brogue pinball it and can't keep it in play. Stuckey is sneaky on that tip. That's twice she's gotten the Lady Braves. They may have to just sit in the middle on
For
that
sure.
tip. Serve again by Studi. This one's out. Lady Braves get the side out. A much needed side out.
Much needed. Kaylee Leesburg checks out. Taya Johnson rotates back to serve. So now we're in the rotation where we only have 2 hitters in the front row, and that is Atlee Button and Michaela Christensen.
Dandridge is left front right now. Passed up by Sells. Jump set to the outside. Dodd crushes it down the line.
Right in front of Johnson, who has no answer to that. Right up over top of the block.
Yeah, she's kind of squeezed it between Dandridge and the antenna there and hits it down the line in front of Johnson. Here's the serve. Johnson passes. Dandridge comes up middle back to pass it up, but Button gets it to go off the block and drop into the donut hole. So Atlee gets the side out.
Yes, and now Atlee will check out. Maya Allred comes in to serve.
10-4. Lady Braves trail by 6 here in set 2. Allred serves. Sell with the pass. Stuckey will back set on the slide. And a rare misread by Brogue as it goes just over the blocker's hands and drops on the 10-foot line along the right side sideline. And Delancey kind of got frozen and stuck there on defense.
Yeah, and that was Ava Plasmeyer for the Lady Plainsmen picking up a kill.
So here's the serve by Stuckey. She almost footfalls. We thought she did. Lunch ball to Dodd is, well, not crushed. Dandridge tried to block her, but it went down the front of Dandridge. So another point for the Plainsmen. They are in control here in set 2, 12-4. Stuckey to serve. Brogue with the pass, big high pass. Dandridge will set right side to Christensen. She goes sharp angle. Plainsmen try to keep it alive, almost do, but can't get it over.
A great cut by Mack.
Sharp angle by Mack from the right side.
And she'll rotate back to serve, and Shayla Frazier checks in front row.
Christensen to serve. Down the line, it's deep, just out. Just out. Boy, that didn't miss by much, but
No.
it does miss.
And so we have number 12, Tessa Dodd, back to serve.
Dodd, a big hitter. She'll swing out of the back row on that pipe attack. Brogue with a good pass. Dandridge goes way out to Engelhardt. She has to punch it over with her left hand too tight, and that goes out.
And looking through some of the stats from YO Preps, Tessa Dodd is actually number 7 in the state for aces.
She'll serve again. Johnson passes it straight up, so Dandridge comes off the net again. Engelhardt down the line, dug by Stuckey. Bump set by Sell. Free ball short. Frazier, Dandridge, back to Frazier. Off the block, dug up by Laramie. Here's the back row swing by Dodd, and she hits that one out. That one's out. So Dodd with the hitting error gives it back to the Lady Braves, but they still trail by 8.
Back in row 1, one of my favorite rotations. Katie back to serve with Kaylee checking in front row.
Dandridge serves into the net. That doesn't help when you're trailing by 8. Everything's got to be clean right now for the Lady Braves if they're going to get back into this set. And they still have time to do so.
They do. They just need to settle in and pass the ball and then be on the attack.
Libero with the serve. Brogue passes it straight up, so Allred has to help. Dandridge free balls it over. Sell to Stuckey, quick middle.
Boom.
There it is again.
LaShawn Sailors picking up her 5th kill of the set.
Sailors runs that quick middle. She's gone either across her body or to the middle back each time on that, and nobody on the Lady Braves there to get a hand on that. Blockers are mistiming that jump also. Sell will serve again. Brogue with a good pass this time. Frazier in the middle, roll shot, dug by Stuckey. Bump set to the outside by Sell. Big swing, dug by Brogue. Dandridge will go way out to Engelhardt. She's blocked, covers it herself, sends it over. Plainsmen scramble. They push it back over. Dandridge back sets this time to Leesburg. She tips, dug by Sell, pushed over by the Plainsmen. Leesburg sends it into the net. Lady Braves get it over. Now the Plainsmen scramble. Here's a free ball. Dandridge, Brogue, out to Engelhardt. Blocked, covers herself. Dandridge will back set to Leesburg. Hits it. The whiffer gets it. What a long rally. Lady Braves come out on top.
Yeah, and playing the ball out of the net and just sticking to it.
You know, Laramie is sneaky with that free ball. When they send it over short to Katie.
And you don't see that very much, but it's smart to take the setter out of the equation.
They make Katie take it, yep. Here's an out-of-system play by the Plainsmen, dug by Brogue. Dandridge bump sets from way back. Button has to tip 2 hands, so Stuckey's going to go quick middle again. Dug by Engelhardt into the official stand, and that's a point for the Plainsmen. So that quick middle has been super successful for Laramie.
Very effective.
This set, and they're going to keep running it.
Yeah, why would you stop? Number 10, Kiera Gardner serves.
17-7. Laramie up big in set 2. Button with a bad pass again. Bump set by Dandridge. Button has to 2-hand tip again. Too easy for Laramie, but they do free ball one over.
And get the kill.
With a free ball right to the right front position. Dandridge had already left to transition. Hitters had not transitioned off, so nobody there. And Laramie gets a kill with a free ball to that right front spot, which they've hit 3 or 4 times now.
A lot. They know that that's a weak spot. It is for a majority of teams and true for our Lady Braves as well.
Coach Brown's going to take a timeout
of the second set as the Lady Braves are down 7-18.
So we talked about serve receive. Lady Braves passing the ball deep into the backcourt
Katie is
right now.
All over the place.
Yeah, Katie's having to come way off the net, past the 10-foot line and bump set a lot of balls right now. And her and Engelhardt have yet to connect on one of their quick attacks to the outside.
Well, and even any attack for that matter, we've only seen Kenley swing hard and very few times.
Yeah,
normally
Kenley has not been effective yet.
Yeah, she normally is like killing, like she leads the kills for the team, and she only
usually
has
by
one.
now, yes. And so serve receive is a part of that, right? Here we go. Serve by Gardner, down the line to Button. She'll give it back to her. She swings and gets blocked. Big block again.
LaShawn
Guess
Sailors is there as well as Stuckey.
Sailors has got to be at least 5'10", maybe 5'11". She's a tall, lanky girl too. Another serve this time. It's oh, that catches the end line. I thought it was out, but they say nope, that's in, and that's an ace for Gardner. As Laramie is on cruise control right now, 20-7. Gardner to serve again. Off the top of the net into Button. She shanks it out of bounds. So Gardner's picking on her.
Yep, so 2 aces for Gardner.
Picking on Atlee right now. Lady Braves not going to make an adjustment on serve receive. They're going to leave Atlee there. I assume Gardner's going to serve at her again. Here she is. That one's into the net, though.
It was going for Atlee.
It was.
So
part of the game, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So an unforced error gives the Lady Braves a chance to come back, although this is a hard stretch to come back from. Let's Broke to serve.
Broke with the serve. Stuckey running all the way across the net will bump set. Here's a swing to the deep corner. No, that's out. That was number 8. Savannah Steyert with the hitting error. So Braves get a side out and a point, 21-9. Broke serves again. Passed lunch ball to Button. Dug up.
But they call number 6 into the net. So Stuckey gets called in the net.
So it was a lunch ball for Button. Stuckey went up to block and got called in the net on that one. So Brogue's going to serve again. Another deep serve, shanked by Dodd. Laramie on the run. They do save it and free ball it over. Brogue will give it to Dandridge. Middle to Christensen. Mack across her body, dug by the Plainsman. Oh, they're going to call a lift.
So we haven't seen Mack on the tack, but that was pretty as she swings hard.
She swung hard across her body. It was dug by the Plainsman, but the second player to contact it got called for a lift. So Brogue's going to serve again. Pass by Sell. Stuckey pushes it way out to Steyert. Lady Braves play it up off the block. Big high set to Button. Dug by Dodd. Tip by Stuckey. Lady Braves are there this time. They go to Leesburg on the right side, and she hits that in the net. So a hitting error.
Far too many unforced errors for the Lady Braves, as it seems like the Plainsmen and the Braves have switched their roles in the second set.
Must be this side of the net.
We talked about that. There's a good side and a bad side.
Especially in a setting like this.
Right.
Here's Studi with the serve. Ooh. Lady Braves are going to free ball that over. Stuckey will go outside this time to Dodd. Blocked by Christensen. Laramie plays it up. Dodd again. Sharp angle, rolls down the top of the net and lands in front of Button.
If there's such thing as hitter's touch, that would have been it.
Right.
Because it rolled across the top of the net and finally dropped on the Lady Braves side.
Yeah, no way Atlee could get to that one, really. So Studi back to serve again. 23-11. Set 2. Button with a good pass this time. Back set to Leesburg. Big swing on the angle. Dug by Laramie. Lunch ball. Laramie will play it up. They set the right side, and that's a kill by Sailors on the right side. So nice ball control by Laramie to save the lunch ball from the Lady Braves and still get a swing from the right side. Sailors hits it down the line. Set point for the Plainsmen, 24-11. Studi to serve, down the line to Button. Good pass this time. Christensen in the middle.
And
she's roofed by Sailors. Solo block that time by Sailors. She has warmed up and made her presence known on the net. Has Michonne Sailors. Lady Braves drop set 2, 11-25.
Yeah, let's talk about Michelle Sailors for a second. I was looking at some statistics from YO Preps before this match. Michonne Sailors, I know this is going to come as a shock to you, but she is number 9 in the state for blocks. And then
It's a shock to me that she's number 9. I would have put her higher than that.
Right, and then number 3 for hitting. So doing a lot of things for the Lady Plainsmen right.
Yeah, and she's just a junior from the information that we received. Again, no official,
roster.
What do I want to call it, program.
Yes. No books.
No, like they usually have. We searched and asked a couple people, and most were unaware, didn't know what the status was on those, but so we kind of scrambled to get an official lineup. But she is listed as a junior according to our information. So another year for the Plainsmen for Michonne Sailors is as a good-looking middle.
Yeah, like
she is
smart, and you can tell she's very experienced.
She swings well on that quick attack. Her and Stuckey connect well on it, and she has become a force defensively up there on the net. I would venture she's had, excuse me, 4 blocks that set.
Yep, hold tight. Yes, she did have 4. And that's combined. So in set 1 and set 2, she had a total of 4, according to my unofficial stat book. But then, like, kills for the Lady Plainsmen. Sailors and Dodd both have 7 for this match so far. So those are some pretty good numbers coming from the Lady Plainsmen. All right, so let's talk about some of the other games that are happening right now. On the 3A court, we have Douglas and Lyman. Looks like Douglas is up 2 and just starting their 3rd set. On the 1A court, Southeast and Burley, with Southeast up 1, looking like they're going to probably take the 2nd set as well. And then on the 1A court, Burns and Shoshone tied with 1 each, and Shoshone up 6-4.
You know, that surprises me on the 3A court. Douglas is up 2 sets to none on Lyman.
Well, Lyman has been fantastic all year long, so I'm not sure what's happening over there. Maybe they peaked too soon. Maybe there's an injury that we're unaware of, but, you know, you never know.
Yeah, you know, the last 2 or 3 years, it's been Lyman versus Mountain View in the final here in the 3A championship, and that's been fun to watch.
It's
they go
fun.
5 sets every year.
They're gunning for each other, too, which is really fun.
Mountain View did win earlier today.
So Lady Braves Plainsmen on the court. Kenley passes it up. Push to the right side as Kaylee Leesberg, and she hits it out of, or Shayla Frazier hits it out of bounds. So a point, Plainsmen strike first, go up 1-0 with Anna Sell to serve again.
You hate to see the Lady Braves start with a hitting error, an unforced error. Good pass by Johnson out to Engelhardt down the line, and she misses. So Kenley with the hitting error, 2 hitting errors in a row, and Lady Braves trail 0-2 right now. Here's the serve by Sell again. Backpedaling Dandridge goes to Frazier. She tries to tip it over, and that one's into the net. So 3 hitting errors in a row as Dandridge had to backpedal to set that ball. Again, serve receive for the Lady Braves.
Not looking fantastic.
Needs some improvement.
Yes, and right now it's so important that the Lady Braves start playing because, like, this gets into your head.
Dandridge tips, but the Plainsmen are there. They tip back, and Taya Johnson sticks an arm out, but it goes off of her out of bounds.
So Savannah Steyert picks up another kill.
She's the other outside opposite of Dodd. And Sell will serve again. Lady Braves trail early, 4-0, not the start you want in set 3. Tied 1 set apiece. Engelhardt, good pass. Back to her on the outside, and she gets the kill.
I've been waiting for Kelly to make her appearance known, and she does. She swings hard, so now we're going to rotate. We're in rotation 1. Katie Dandridge back to serve.
So finally, Engelhardt and Dandridge connect. Katie serves that one long. So Lady Braves cannot afford these unforced errors, especially early in the set. They can't give Laramie any more confidence than they already have.
True. Kara Gardner is going to come in to serve. She got 2 aces in that last set. Hopefully the Lady Braves will pass this one up on the first serve.
Gardner serves to Engelhardt. Lunch ball to Steyert, and she puts that one down easily. So serve receive just causing the Lady Braves all kinds of fits right now. And they're all taking turns on bad passes at this point, but a lot of it is the good serving by the Plainsmen. Steyert serves again. Dandridge will go outside to Leesberg. Big shot on the angle off of Sell out of bounds, so Kaylee sneaks it past inside the block with a big swing.
You know, and I love that she's kind of gutsy like that, taking a big, much-needed swing.
Right.
Kenley Engelhardt back to serve.
Down the line this time, passed up. Stuckey goes out to Steyert. Big swing dug by Engelhardt. Bump set by Dandridge. Button roll shot. Sell is there, tipped by Stuckey. Brogue plays it above her head. Back set to Leesberg. Hits that one into the net. Another hitting error by the Lady Braves. Out of system, making errors.
And then a hard ankle for Kaylee to come. She was off, but Katie was off too.
Right. It's that ball control. Lady Braves are struggling right now.
Sydney Studi back to serve for the Plainsmen.
7-2.
And I think we have a delay as there is a spill on the court.
And the line judge is cleaning it up.
Eagle Eye is on it.
But they're going to relieve her so she can get back to her duties, and someone else is going to clean up a spill at the scorer's table. Another out-of-system play. Englehart pushes it deep, but Laramie is there. Outside to Dodd. Big swing on the angle. Brogue digs it, but it goes into the 3A court. Again, Lady Braves send an easy ball over the net, and Laramie says, thank you very much. We're going to hammer this right back at you. Too much out-of-system play. Lady Braves got to get back into their game. Studi to serve. Down the line to Button. She has a good pass. Back set to Leesburg. Big swing down the line, just out. Barely. That's a nice swing by Kaylee.
It was a good swing. I'm not going to complain about that. Somebody needs to start swinging.
I like the look of that play. It just misses the end line by maybe 3 inches.
And hands, just barely.
Another good serve, but Brogue gets under this one. Outside to Button. She is blocked hard by guess who? Sailors. Atlee swings right into the big middle blocker, and it comes right back into her lap.
And that's her 5th block of this match. Lady Braves want to talk about it. Sunny Brown takes her first time out of the 3rd set. Once again, Lady Braves down 10-2. Not the start that we were hoping for.
No, Coach Brown needs to stop some bleeding right here and try to get her Lady Braves back into that fearless mindset. Somebody's got to step up and maybe take control here for a little bit. You'd like to see a senior.
It should be a senior.
But I'll take anybody at this point, right?
I would too.
Somebody to show some leadership skills and handle this pressure and take the team on their shoulders here.
And just say, hey, let's fight for this. This isn't done.
Right. Coach Brown giving a very motivated speech in the huddle.
And animated.
Right.
Lady Braves hoping that they are buying into what she is saying.
I'm not liking the look on a lot of their faces, though.
I agree. Body language is down.
It is not positive right now. And it's hard to say that. It's hard to describe that, but they come out of the huddle here and we'll see what they do. Leesburg walking around giving some high fives. I like that.
I love that. Sydney Studi's going to go back to serve again for the Plainsmen.
10-2. Here's the serve. Button with a good pass. Middle to Frazier. She goes right side, dug by Sell. Stuckey on the run. Dodd with the swing, dug by Brogue. Back set to Leesburg. Big swing, dug by the right side, sent over on 2. Dandridge has to take it, so Brogue will bump set to Englehart in the back row. Dug by Studi. Quick attack in the middle by Sailors. Off of Dandridge into the 3A court. That's a kill.
Yeah, we just don't seem to have an answer for Sailors or Dodd both at this moment. Lady Braves having a hard time timing that quick offense that they run. We're not really getting our block up as early as what needs to have happen.
And Laramie's defense has improved tremendously.
Oh, so much.
They're not letting a lot drop right now by the Lady Braves. Button to Dandridge, back to Button. Two-handed push is dug again. Quick in the middle to Sailor. She's blocked by Frazier, but covered. Stuckey will send it over on 2, and she just misses. That's a nice looking play with her left hand.
I was just going to comment on that. That takes me back to the Shea Schwab days when we had a left-handed hitter that would pull that out of her pocket occasionally, and we like that play.
Stuckey misses, so here's Brogue with the serve. Bad pass. Standing swing from Dodd on the outside is dug by Brogue. Dandridge goes back to Leesburg. She's blocked, covered by the Lady Braves. They'll free ball it over. Sell comes running up. Stuckey goes outside to Dodd. Dug by the Lady Braves. Lunch ball from Button, and Sailors puts it away into the deep corner. So Atlee there on the dig, but she gives it right to Sailors for a lunch ball.
You know, at this point in time, I feel like the Lady Braves feel like that this is kind of getting out of their reach, but it's still early on and you could fight back.
Yeah, you'd like to see the body language change a little bit. Here's Button on the outside, dug again. Here's the tip from Stuckey, dug by Englehart. Brogue helps it, but a free ball again by the Lady Braves. Here come the Plainsmen on the quick attack. Off the Lady Braves block and out of bounds. They get tooled by number 13.
Ava Plasmeyer.
Out of the middle. And the Plainsmen rolling again. Here's the serve. That's deep. Lady Braves let it go. They side out. Good communication that time to let it go.
Taya Johnson's going to rotate into serve.
13-4 here in set 3. Johnson with the short serve. Sell gets under it. Outside to Dodd. Big swing down the front of Dandridge, and that's a kill for Dodd. 14-4. Stuckey goes back to serve for the Plainsmen, the left-handed setter. She's a senior. Curious to see where she may go play like her sister.
Somewhere.
We'll have to maybe find out on that. Bad pass by Johnson, so Brogue has to help, and Button will free ball it. Here's Stuckey, quick in the middle, dug by Johnson. Dandridge goes middle to Christensen. Roll shot into the net. Mack tried to be sneaky, but it doesn't clear the net. So the Plainsmen keep the serve.
Keep rolling, and the wheels kind of falling off for the Lady Braves as we don't have an answer to what's happening.
No, and it does not look like Star Valley Volleyball. They are just out of sorts on every play. Stuckey with a big serve again. Johnson can't handle it. That's an ace for Stuckey. Taya can't handle. That's a hard serve for sure. And Coach Brown's going to take her second and final timeout of set 3 because there's little she can do at this point. Lady Braves struggling on all
aspects of the game.
Right.
Let me help you out with that. Like our passing, so many hitting errors. Poor Katie is running all over.
I do feel like serve receive is a big part of it right now, and we've talked about that a number of times. I will say one positive point. I think the Lady Braves are serving fairly well, but it's not well enough to keep Laramie out of system.
Correct.
They are attacking from all 3 hitting positions right now and getting kills left and right. And they're good. I don't want to take anything away from Laramie. They're definitely a good team. You can see why they're 31-1.
I was going to say one of the better teams we've watched all year.
But I also feel like the Lady Braves can play with this team a lot.
Well, we showed that we can.
Right, a lot better than they are at this point. So Stuckey will serve again. She's probably going at Johnson again, I'm guessing, and she does. Well, Brogue steps in and takes it. Back set to Christensen.
Yes.
Matt gets it on the end line with the big swing off of 1 foot, and she's pumped.
Yeah, she's getting better and better of coming off. Even in the middle, she will use that slide footwork. She likes going off, and that helps.
Coming off of 1 foot, yep.
Maya Allred to serve.
Allred serves the middle. Studi Stuckey to the outside, blocked by Dandridge, and they can't cover it. Katie gets the block on the big hitter Dodd on the right side.
Let's go, Lady Braves. So Maya Allred back to serve again.
Official checking on a couple of Laramie players. They scrambled and dove all over. They're okay. Short serve, played up, right side, and that's a hitting error that time by Dodd on the right side. So Lady Braves keep it. She hit that one out by about 10 feet. Allred will serve again. Passed up by Sell. Good short serve again. Stuckey goes to her knees on that one.
And that is out again.
Allred tried to dig it. She misses it. She dives to dig it, misses it, and it goes out of bounds. She's like, I meant to do that.
And Laramie's going to take their first time out of this 3rd set.
So Lady Braves get a side out, and
a little
Allred,
bit of momentum.
Allred with 3 points in a row from Allred. A nice block by Dandridge on the right side, on the outside. And a few hitting errors by Laramie, which we haven't seen since set 1. But we'll take them.
Yeah, we're gonna take everything that Laramie gives us. Let's talk about Maya Allred for a second, coming in as a sophomore in some pretty crucial situations, digging well, serving well for the Lady Braves. We kind of tagged her as the rookie, but I almost feel like we should be calling her clutch.
She had a good weekend last weekend at regionals, right?
Absolutely.
She comes in with a little bit of ice in her blood and plays hard, is not afraid to dig a hard hit ball, and she's going to serve again for the Lady Braves. Sell up to Stuckey. Quick set in the middle off the block. There's Allred on the dig. Dandridge goes middle to Christensen. She hits high, does not get the touch off the block and goes out that time. So Laramie gets it back.
And Dodd will rotate back to serve. Lady Braves need a much needed side out again.
17-8, Dodd with the jump serve. Brogue passes it up. Dandridge has come way off again. Engelhardt hits from the 10-foot line and hits that one just long out of bounds. So again, serve receive turns into a hitting error for the Lady Braves as Laramie leads 18-8 here in set 2. Engelhardt with a good pass this time. Back to her. She goes down the line and hits that one in the net. So Kenley struggling today to get in system and get those big swings that we've seen from her. She's passing a lot of balls, not passing great, and I think she's got in her own head there just a little bit. Dodd serves that one into the net, so the Lady Braves get it back.
Michaela Christensen rotates back to serve. Shayla Frazier checks in. She always brings a little bit of energy. I hope she brings in a lot.
She needs to bring a lot. Lady Braves have a big gap to close right here. Stuckey's going to go outside to Steyert, and she gets the kill between the block of Frazier and Dandridge. So Laramie goes up 20-9. They're closing in here on set 3.
And Kiara Gardner to serve.
Here's the good pass by Engelhardt, tipped over by Dandridge, but too easy. Here's a big swing by Dodd from the back row, dug by Allred. Bump set by Dandridge, standing swing by Engelhardt. Laramie will go right side. Blocked by Frazier, but out of bounds. She gets tooled.
By Carson. Milani, we haven't seen much from her, but that was a big swing.
Lady Braves sending too many easy balls over the net for Laramie to handle and swing at. Sell with the serve. Engelhardt with a better pass. Middle to Frazier. 3 blockers. She's blocked. It comes off her head into the net. Dandridge tries to save it, but it goes out of bounds. 3 blockers on Shayla that time. I'd like to see the Lady Braves play that one a little smarter. There's got to be a hole open if there's 3 blockers on the net. Sell serves again. Engelhardt passes better again. She will swing from the outside, but it's an easy soft ball. She gets a lunch ball.
And number 4 collides into the net.
Sailor's in the net trying to block Kenley's lunch ball, so Lady Braves get the side out.
Taya Johnson's going to check out. Kaylee Leesburg checks in.
22-10.
Katie Dandridge to serve.
Dandridge with the jump serve. Short serve, passed up well, pushed way out. Ooh, to Steyert.
That looked pretty, and I could not see the end line from where we're sitting.
Yeah, sorry, she hits it between the block, but it does go just out on the corner, the cross-court corner. Boy, that would have been a beautiful kill, but she does hit it out. Lady Braves keep it. Dandridge serves again. Short serve again. They do play it up and send it over. A little out of system. Dandridge has to take it, though, so bump set by Brogue to Engelhardt. Hit on the angle, dug by Sell. Quick in the middle. There's a hitting error into the net by Saylor. So Lady Braves keep it again, and Dandridge will go back to serve. 3-point swing here by the Lady Braves, building a little momentum. Gonna have to be a lot more, though. Deep serve this time, quick in the middle. And that's another hitting error by Saylor. So 13-22. Braves on a little roll right here. Katie switching things up on the serve. She's going short and she's going deep. Stuckey goes outside to Steyert this time. Tip ball, dug by Dandridge. Bump set by Brogue to Engelhardt, and she hits it out. She does get the touch. Off of the high hand, she gets a touch. So
Lady Braves just hanging in there, getting a little hope as we're chipping away at the lead.
14-22. Dandridge serves again. This one's deep, passed by Sells on the money. Big swing down the line, and it hit the antenna. Hit the antenna.
Braves' body language starting to change as they're starting to feel like this maybe is within their grasp. Laramie wants to talk about
Yep.
it. Takes their second timeout of this third set.
So both coaches have used both timeouts in set 3. Star Valley slowly climbing back in this.
And Coach, sometimes this happens. We use both of our timeouts, and sometimes we might see some substitutions as coaches are trying to find a way to slow up the game or break momentum. So we might see some unfamiliar faces as we head into the latter end of this third set.
It would not be the first time you've seen that. When you run out of those timeouts, the only thing you've got to slow down momentum is substitutions. And even sometimes that means just throwing a kid in somewhere. And I feel like Star Valley has a pretty strong bench to go to if that were to be the case here.
Oh yeah, we've seen some of our players in the regional tournament step in and get some playing time, and they absolutely did not hurt us for a second, so that is an option.
All right, we are back in action as Dandridge will serve. Again, Lady Braves on about a 7-point swing right here. She serves that one into the net, though. You hate to see that out of the timeout. And it's happened so often, right?
Well, and you don't understand the mental pressure that's there in a game like this, especially like you're in the groove, you take a timeout, it's easy to get iced, which is just what we saw. Kiara Gardner to serve for the Lady Plainsmen.
23-15, short serve, Bro gets under it. Back set to Engelhart, she's blocked, she dives to save it. Dandridge dives and sends it over, good effort. Quick attack this time, another dive by Dandridge, and she can't keep it alive.
And that Sailor is picking up another kill, her 10th of the match.
That was a great effort by both Engelhart and Dandridge to keep that ball alive. But not enough as Laramie goes to set point, and that's an ooh, I thought that was an ace.
That was so
They call
close.
it out.
It looks like it clipped the line from our angle, but they call it just wide.
I thought that was an ace to finish it, but we'll take it. It is called out, so here's Engelhart to serve. That one's out, and she gives them the set point. 25-16, Laramie takes set 3. They will switch sides and prepare for set 4. We'll see if we can hear from some of our sponsors for Star Valley Volleyball on SVI Media. We'll be back after this.
Hello. Using tracking skills I've acquired pretending to be a national park ranger, I'm going to locate a customer of Rocky Mountain Yeti. Thanks to Rocky Mountain Yeti, these people are having their very first adventure.
We actually do this all the time.
Thanks to Rocky Mountain Yeti, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
I'm Duke Dance, and when I take out the garbage, I bag it.
I'm David Kazare, and when I take out the trash, I bag it.
I'm Dal Erickson, and when I take out my trash, I bag it.
Star Valley Disposal appreciates all their customers, especially those that bag their garbage. Remember that even with just a little wind, loose trash can be sent flying all over the place. Visit StarValleyDisposal.com.
Welcome back to the Ford Wyoming Center. Brandy Taylor, Patience Jenkins here to bring you more Star Valley Lady Braves volleyball on SVI Media. Lady Braves trail 2-1 after coming out on fire in fuego in set 1, 25-17. Laramie waking up a little bit, getting through the adrenaline push from the underdog Lady Braves and taking set 2, 25-11. And set 3, 25-16. And we are underway for set 4. Here's a swing out of the middle from the Plainsman, dug by Brogue. Engelhardt sends it over, dug by Dodd. Stuckey jump sets to the outside. Off the block, dug by Brogue. Out to Engelhardt. She tools it off the block, out of bounds. There's the Kenley we're used to.
Well, I keep waiting for her to heat up. She really is a weapon.
Lady Braves are going to need her to heat up.
She's been pretty quiet.
Because without her, this is going to be a very tough challenge to beat this good Lady Plainsman team. Jump set outside to Steyert, dug by Brogue, way over the net and into the Laramie bench that time. As Steyert got a hold of that one against one blocker. Brogue there on the angle just didn't absorb it enough. And who can blame her, because it was a rocket.
It was a rocket.
1-1, Sell with the serve. Brogue with a shank pass, that's an ace. So Sell gets the ace.
Picking up her first ace of the match.
Delancey's not going to let that happen again.
I was going to just comment on that. That's a rare miss by Brogue on serve receive.
Yep, just kind of off of one arm into the Braves bench. Here she gets another attempt and nails the pass. Middle to Frazier, 3 blockers, dug by Stuckey. Dodd goes way back to save it. Stuckey sends it over. Leesburg passes it up, quick to Frazier. Oh, wow, Plainsman play it up and over. That should have been a kill. Back set to Leesburg. She's blocked, and it
falls on the line.
In. Oh, just barely in. Boy, that was close. Line judge calls it in. I think it was.
You have it better than I do, but Savannah Steyert gets that block.
Sell will serve again. This one's off the top of the net. Brogue plays it. Bump set to the outside. Leesburg is blocked. That one goes out off the block.
I'm glad you could see that. I was holding my breath and hoping.
It hit off the Laramie blockers, rolled along the top of the net, and lands out of bounds on the sideline by the benches. Engelhardt serves. Dodd with a lunch ball to Button. Two-handed push. Laramie plays it up, though. Frazier, Dandridge, quick back set. Leesburg tips. Laramie plays it over on 2. Engelhardt's there. Out to Button. Dug by Dodd. She plays it up, but nobody can help her because she plays it straight up. And Atlee gets the kill. I'd like to see Atlee put that lunch ball away and not leave any doubt.
Well,
she's giving the Plainsmen, too much easy stuff against a good team is not going to help.
Well, and then they punish you, right? Like if you basically give them a free ball, they are going to make you wish you had it.
Yeah, Engelhardt serves it out, so the Plainsmen get it back and go up 4-3 here in set 4.
Kiara Gardner to serve.
Button with a good pass this time. Back set, Leesburg off the block, lands in the donut hole as Laramie looks at each other like, I thought you were going to get that one.
All right, Delancey Brogue is going to rotate back to serve. Kaylee Leesburg has a seat. Michaela Christensen, Shayla has a seat, and Mac is in.
Brogue with a good serve. Stuckey comes way off the net, goes outside to Steyert, off the block, dug by Brogue. Set to the Button on the outside, off the block, dug by Dodd. Stuckey tips it over. Engelhardt's there. Middle to Christensen. Tips. Ooh, Mac had the tip to the right, that one she really likes to do. It just did not clear the net.
Oh, and it was so open.
It was there.
We've seen the Lady Plainsmen try to hit that same shot. Nobody's really been able to hit that.
No.
It's kind of
that was open.
Blocked by the net.
Mac hits that shot 9 out of 10 times, just doesn't get enough behind it this time. And Studi to serve. Down the line to Button. Back set to Leesburg. Middle, Studi's there. Quick to the middle. Nice dig by Engelhardt. Out to Button, she free balls it. Here's a tight ball. Stuckey sends it over. Lady Braves pinball it back over. Here's outside down the line. Dug by Dandridge. Tip by Christensen. Dug by Stuckey. Bump set to Stuckey on the right side. Big swing with the right hand. Blocked and pinballed back over. Lady Braves are going to get another attack from the back by Engelhardt. This is a crazy rally.
Oh,
and there's Dodd with the swing from the outside. It dies on her hand and lands in the donut hole on the Lady Braves side.
And caught the Lady Braves on their heels, but what a rally.
Sorry, I couldn't keep up with that one.
Come on,
that is tough to do.
Mouth, let's go.
Right?
So Studi will serve again for the Lady Plains.
When it goes back and forth over the net so quickly, it's so hard to describe. Button with a shank ball. I thought lunch ball. Stuckey goes up and puts it down. I thought she might have been in the net, but
it must have been the ball.
Yeah.
She picks up the kill, and Coach Brown wants to talk.
7-4. Not a bad timeout right now, I think, by Coach Brown. Even though it's a little early in this set, she doesn't want things to get out of control.
I totally agree with her timing on this one, as Lady Braves are still within this ball game. We just need to get a side out. Offensively struggling. Seems like we haven't really found the court on our kills or our hits as often as what we've seen in the past.
Yeah, definitely need Engelhardt to get involved offensively again, along with Frazier. She's been quiet for a while out of the middle.
Well, and once again, I would like to see Atlee Button swing away at that ball.
Right, Button's getting a lot of sets right now, it seems like. Her rotations, are lasting longer when she's front row than Engelhardt, it seems like. So she's getting a lot more attempts right now. But hitting efficiency is not where we need it to be. We're ready again. Here comes Studi with the serve. Down the line to Button. Bad pass, so bump set and a free ball. Deep goes Leesburg. They do get under it. Here's a swing on the angle from Dodd. Dug by Brogue. Out to Button. Soft shot. Dodd dives and saves it. Swung over. Engelhardt digs it. Back set to Leesburg. Off the block. Dug by Sell. Bump set from Studi to the outside. Tip. Dandridge is there. Brogue will bump set. Button hits that one into the net with a hitting error. So Lady Braves give the point to the Lanesmen on a long rally that time. As Studi goes back to serve again. 8-4. Braves trail by 4. Down the line again to Button, and she shanks that ball out of bounds. So Studi, she picks on Button, serves it right down the line at her almost every time she serves, and Atlee's struggling.
And Lady Braves are going to make an adjustment. They're going to back Atlee up, and Mack comes back to serve. I bet they go right to Mack.
Christensen serves, passes a pretty good ball. Leesburg on the back set, and she tools it off the block, out of bounds. So Lady Braves get the side out. Good job by Mack to take that serve and pass it up well.
And Johnson to serve.
Taya with the jump serve. Sell with a good pass. Stuckey's going to back set this time. Big block by Button. Plainsmen play it up. Lunch ball to Christensen, and she puts it away.
And we're going to take it.
So Atlee struggling a little bit offensively, but she comes out with a big block right there on the right side that time to help her team get a point. And Johnson serves off the top of the net. Sell passes it well. Big swing on the outside to Dodd.
I felt like that hit the pin.
Ooh, I thought it hit the net and then the pin. They're going to give the touch, though, to the Plainsmen. I don't think Katie touched that.
I don't either.
Lady Braves arguing it, but they're not going to get it. That was hit into the net and then hit the pin, but they're going to say the Lady Braves touched it on the block. Christensen on the right side just misses the sideline on the angle. So just like that, Plainsmen up 11-6. And boy, that call would have been a big one for the Lady Braves had it gone their way. This serve goes out of bounds by Sailors that time. So the Lady Braves side out.
And Maya Allred's going to come in to serve.
11-7 here in set 4. Lady Braves need a win in set 4 to push it to 5. Allred with the serve. Studi up to Stuckey. Outside to Dodd. Ooh, sharp angle. Goes right between Engelhardt and Brogue on the sharp angle.
Is Tessa Dodd. Fantastic angle and hit from her from the outside.
So side out Plainsman.
Stuckey's back to serve.
Stuckey with the left hand. Jump serve. Down the line to Engelhardt. Dandridge on the run. Bump sets to Engelhardt. Down the line. Dug by Stuckey. Sent over in 2. Johnson, Dandridge out to Engelhardt. Hits it way deep.
She got pushed
a little far out.
Way far out. Hard for her to handle that ball.
Pushed far out. She was backpedaling to swing at that, and she hits it out beyond the end line that time. 13-7. Stuckey will serve again with the left. Down the line to Engelhardt. She sends it all the way back over. Plainsman will set it up. Right side to Dodd. Tools it off of Engelhardt out of bounds. Just like that, Laramie's up 14-7.
So Kenley Engelhardt taking a lot of passes.
Struggling.
Kind of taking her off of her hitting game as well, which is a smart play by the Laramie
Laramie
coach.
wisely serving at her.
Right.
Down the line. Stuckey to serve again. And I'll give you $5 if you can guess where this is going to go. She almost footfalled it again. To Engelhardt again, and Engelhardt passes that into the net. Dandridge can't save it. And that's an ace for Stuckey. But she is on the money with her serve right down that line to Kenley. And she'll serve again. Kenley again. This one goes straight up. Dandridge has to bump set it. Christensen sends over the free ball. Stuckey goes quick middle set this time. Hit out of bounds.
I thought Delancey was going to put her hands up and take that, but she wisely lets it go.
Number 13, Ava Plasmeyer, hits that one out of bounds from the middle.
And Matt goes back to serve.
15-8. Christensen will serve. Down the line, Dodd with a good pass. Stuckey gives it right back to her on the right side. Kapow!
Boom. Tessa Dodd hammering that one down. And now she'll
Big
rotate
swing.
back to serve. And Savannah Steyer will check in for the Lady Plainsmen.
16-8. Lady Braves got to turn something around right here to stay alive. Dodd with the jump serve. Johnson with a tough pass by Dandridge. She sends it over, and it's out of bounds. So Lady Braves serve receive, just killing them right now, as they can't get a ball to the right front for Dandridge to run an offense.
Lady Braves are going to take their second and final timeout of this fourth set.
And this is frustrating, but sometimes it's so hard to get out of that slump when you're facing a team that serves so well.
Well, in Laramie, they're a tough team, and especially when we're struggling offensively and we're kind of giving them like patty cake hits, it's hard to stay in a game, right?
Yeah, mentally it's hard to get back in this when things just aren't going your way and you have a good team that just keeps coming at you time and time again. Laramie really heating up from the serving line right now, picking on Star Valley's 2 outside hitters. I think Button and Engelhardt are taking the majority of the serves.
75% of the serves, if not 80.
They are, and both struggling a little bit to nail that pass because of the good serving from the Plainsmen. And when your mindset gets to that point that, oh no, here comes another one, it's hard to dig out of that.
Right, don't serve it to me.
Yeah, yeah, you don't want that going between your ears, but it's hard not to, especially as a teenager, right?
Right.
This is a tough situation for anybody, but, you know, a young teenage
and the
girl.
Professional athletes have some sports psychologist that works with them, and I think
Right.
anyone would benefit from that.
Sure.
But, you know, like, it is hard for teenage girls to get in the mindset.
Dodd with the serve to Engelhardt. Not a bad pass. Back set, quick in the middle to Frazier, and she hits that one into the net. Dandridge still had to come across the net to set that ball, so she went behind her to Frazier. And Shayla mistimes it and hits that into the net. So 18-8. Dodd serves again. Ooh, a rocket down the line. And Kenley actually passes that really well. Dandridge tries to tip and sends it into the net. Not one of those times you want to see Katie do that. It was a pretty good pass. I'd like to see her give it back to Kenley and let her swing
get
at
the
it.
offense involved.
Dodd will serve again to Kenley. Kenley, big high pass to the middle. Back to her, and she gets a kill. The middle blocker jumped with Katie on the tight ball, so she was not there on the block, and Kenley gets a kill on the angle because of it.
So Katie will rotate back to serve. Kaylee Leesburg checks in. Now we have 3 hitters in the front row.
Dandridge with the serve. Sell with the pass. Jump set by Stuckey.
Oh, and
out of bounds.
Touch.
Yep, they're going to get the touch off of Frazier. Out of bounds that time. Just off of Shayla's fingertips there by, was that Steyert, I think, on the outside?
Yes, it was.
Nice high hand swing gets the touch, and Sell goes back to serve. Jump serve. Brogue with a good pass this time. Outside to Leesburg. Off the block, dug by Todd. Jump set in the middle. Tooled off of Frazier, out of bounds that time by Sailors. That's a pretty nice jump set by Stuckey on the run.
Well, you don't generally see high school setters set like that.
Jump set that well.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It is, and she's set since she was a sophomore, I know. There's a short serve by Sell. Tight for Dandridge. She saves it with one fist, and Lady Braves can't free ball it over. So it's 22-9 here in set 4. Lady Braves desperately need a change of pace, which is so hard to do in this game sometimes, especially against a good team. Sell will serve again. Engelhardt with a good pass. Back set to her on the right side, and she punches it through the block. So Kenley with a couple of late kills.
Much needed kills, though. We're going to take them. She's also going to get subbed out as Jordan Roberts checks in, and she's a good little player. She's going to come in and serve. A junior.
So Roberts to serve. Short serve. And played up. Oh, they're going to call a lift.
Gets an ace. We'll take that.
Short serve goes into the net. Stuckey tries to save it, but gets called for a lift. So Jordan gets an ace with her first serve here at the state tournament. Can't ask for much more than that. She'll serve again. This one goes across to Sell. Good pass. Quick set to the middle, dug by Brogue. Back set this time to Leesburg. She's blocked, covered by Dandridge. Lady Braves
they're going to call a 4.
Try to get it over.
No contact from the other side. Lady Braves hit into the net.
So that's a hitting error by Leesburg that time, even though Dandridge covered it well.
Yeah. So Kenley Engelhardt will check back in. Jordan will have a seat. Kudos to her for coming in and serving in a tight spot. Gardner to serve.
Jump serve by Gardner down the line. Button passes this one well. Back to Button. Dug in the back by Dodd. Jump set to Dodd from the back row. Big swing. Dandridge takes it. Engelhardt sets outside, but way too tight for Button. She can't get to that, and that's going to lead us to match point, 24-11 here for the Laramie Lady Plainsmen. Match point number 1. Gardner will serve again. Button with the pass. Dandridge from the 10-foot line. Roll shot by Button, dug by the Plainsman. Stuckey outside to Steyert, dug by Brogue. Lunch ball to Stuckey, and she says, thank you very much, we'll take it. And that is game, set, match, 25-11. So not exactly how the Lady Braves wanted it to go, although they did come out firing on all engines and looked great in set 1.
Absolutely, Coach. And this, like, I've been in this coaching position.
Right.
This is hard to bounce back from, but you really would love for the Lady Braves to bounce back and be able to play. Show up on this next match and just demonstrate that, hey, we're a good team. We're going to prove it. We're going to stick around and show a little grit.
Yeah, that'll drop the Lady Braves down into the consolation bracket, and they will play tomorrow at 2:30, it looks like, and they will play the loser of this next match between Cody and Cheyenne East. Cody, the number 1 seed from the West, and Cheyenne East, the number 4 seed from the East. So 2:30 tomorrow afternoon, Lady Braves into the consolation bracket. Some other scores from the 4A. Thunder Basin able to handle Riverton in 3 sets from the first round at 1 o'clock today, 25-14, 22, and 23. And then Kelly Walsh beating Campbell County in 4. So Riverton and Campbell County will face each other tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the consolation bracket. Lady Braves wait to see who they will face at 2:30.
Right.
A few other things on the 3A court. They are in set 4 right now with Douglas leading 18-13. Douglas leads 2 sets to 1. That's one I'd like to watch here a little bit to see if they can close that out or see if Lyman can come back. I have seen Lyman come back from being down before. That would not surprise me if they push that to 5. I do not know who the higher seed is on that. I think it's Douglas, though. I think that's a 2-3 matchup, and I believe Douglas is a 2 and Lyman's a 3. Do not quote me on that, but that one could be an interesting one. So, Coach, you got a few numbers to run through. I know it wasn't pretty and maybe not the numbers we're used to reading for the Lady Braves, but maybe a few bright spots.
Absolutely. So for kills for the Lady Braves, we have Kenley with 6. So a slow start, but she started heating up towards the end. Mac had 5. Katie had a block. Shayla had 4 kills, 1 block. Atley with 3 kills. Delancey with an ace. Kaylee with a block, as well as 8 kills for the Lady Braves. So she actually led the kills for the Lady Braves. I thought she played fairly well. And then Jordan once again coming in towards the end and serving an ace. For Laramie Plainsmen, stats are a little bit lopsided here.
Yeah.
As they had many who contributed in a variety of different ways. Sailors with 11 kills, 6 blocks. Stuckey with 5 kills, 1 block. Steyer with 6 kills, 2 blocks. And Dodd killed us with 13 kills and 1 block. And Ava Plasmeyer, 2 kills, 1 block. And obviously, statistically, you can see how that panned out. Lady Braves didn't have an answer for some of those big hitters for the Lady Plainsmen. I felt like we gave too many easy balls to the Plainsmen, and they totally utilized that and took advantage of it, made the Lady Braves pay.
That's a very balanced attack by the Lady Plainsmen, and really that's kind of what we're used to seeing with the Lady Braves when they're successful, is a number of contributors like that. And definitely Englehart with 6 kills is well below her average. And that Laramie had a game plan to serve at her and Button both, and they
utilized it. They did that really well.
Except for that first set, they executed their game plan very well.
And just felt like they were in control.
Yeah, very much so in control the rest of the match, for sure. And Laramie is obviously a great team. They're probably the favorite, even though Thunder Basin did beat them in the regional final last week. I would have liked to have watched that match.
That would have been a fun one, for sure.
And Thunder Basin, obviously taking care of business today. So those two may meet up for the state championship. That's possible.
Stranger things have happened.
Yes. I would not count out Kelly Walsh or Cody, though. Cody also one of the favorites. They have been the number 2 seed throughout most of the season, right behind Laramie, with Kelly Walsh in there in the 3-4 seed along with Thunder Basin.
Well, and Cody in general has a lot of leaders on the stat board.
A lot of weapons, yes.
Prep. So it's fun when teams match up and they're both equally, both have weapons.
Yep.
And it's different matchups are fun to watch.
Right. This is my favorite time of year because you get to see the best against the best from across the state, and you get to see some high-level Wyoming volleyball all the way across the board. We've got matches still going on the 3A and 1A courts in 4 sets here, and I take that back. Cokeville has started on the 1A court. Good luck to the Lady Panthers. Looks like they're playing Guernsey Sunrise, so they have just started their match. 2A is warming up, and then 3A is in set 4 there with Douglas and Lyman, and then you've got Cody and Cheyenne East warming up here on the 4A net. So we will close it up for today and be back tomorrow at 2:30 to bring you some more Star Valley Lady Braves volleyball into the consolation bracket. That's one we would love to see the Lady Braves rebound and win and advance into that consolation bracket and eventually play for that 3rd and 4th place seed. That would still be a great finish in my mind for this team. You know, obviously the state championship is out of reach now, but I do feel like this team is still capable of a high finish this season. And if they can rebound from this loss, which I feel like this group can because they are a tight group, they are very close-knit, they get along really, really well, and a great coaching staff that I think can bring them along with a rebound tomorrow to play the loser of this Cody Cheyenne East game. So we will wrap it up today. Brandy Taylor, Patience Jenkins signing off with Star Valley Lady Braids Volleyball on SVI Media. We'll